heartbeat.
What's Body doing, Professor?
Well, he was getting bored lying around waiting for his new heart, so I connected him up to the vacuum cleaner. Thought he could make himself useful.
That's terrible!
You're right. He's missing loads of muck. Oi, Body, concentrate!
All the more reason to get his new heart finished. Lab coats at the ready.
Well, a heart isn't much good without lots of lovely, glubbly blood, so that's what we're working on today. So where do we start, nurse?
Let's start with the liquid. The sloshy part of your blood is called plasma. When you're grown up, you'll have the same amount of liquid in your blood as 3 big bottles of pop. Blood's very different to pop though, because it's a lovely nutritious soup for your organs.
In it goes. Plasma is actually pale yellow in colour. It only looks red because of the next ingredient to go in, red blood cells. If you look at them under a microscope, red blood cells look like squash footballs. These funny-looking cells are packed with nutrients and oxygen. Now, nutrients and oxygen aren't red, so where's the red colour coming from?
The part of the cells that carries oxygen is called haemoglobin, and the more oxygen it has, the redder it is. That's why the blood coming from your lungs is brighter than the blood going in.
I'm putting the red blood cells into the mixer now. There are about 25 trillion red blood cells in a body. I think I might need another packet.
White blood cells come next. White blood cells are one of the main parts of the body's immune system. They defend against certain bacteria, viruses, and lots of infectious diseases. They fight for you every day.
Like your own personal army. Attention! Quick march! In they go. Next up, platelets.
Platelets are tiny, odd fragments of cells that do a good job helping your blood to clot or stick together when you cut yourself, forming a scab.
If you've covered a balloon with scraps of papier-mâché, it's a bit like that. Lots of small bits sticking together to make a very strong surface.
Platelets and blood cells are made inside your bones, but the liquid comes from what you've eaten and drunk. That's why it's a good idea to drink plenty of water.
Good advice, nurse. You can see how bloomingly, blindingly brilliant blood is, which is why it can be serious when there's a problem. Isn't that right, nurse?
Yep, because blood is so precious. If someone is very poorly or injured, they might not have enough of their own to go around. Blood transfusions are a good way for blood to be shared. Healthy grown-ups can give some of their blood to be kept for people who need a top-up. There are 8 different types of blood, A, B, AB and O, all of which can be positive or negative. Maybe you're O negative, that's the most common, or B positive, that's the most rare. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference by looking, and normally it doesn't matter which you are. It does matter though if you were to donate or receive donated blood. Doctors will check the blood carefully to make sure you get the exact type you need. When you're a grown-up, maybe you'll decide to be a blood donor too.
Thanks, nurse. Now Body is lucky because we can make him a new heart in our laboratory. It's not quite as easy to replace human hearts, so here's a tip. Make sure you keep your ticker in top shape.
Ticker tip.
Today's ticker tip is all about stress. Feeling nervous and stressed can be a normal part of life. After all, a football match or a movie would be pretty boring if you weren't on the edge of your seat. The anxious feeling makes your brain release chemicals into the blood that makes the heart pump harder. If you feel anxious a lot of the time, it can be hard on your heart as it's beating faster and pumping harder without your body needing all that energy. No wonder it can feel like you're going to explode. There are plenty of healthy things you can do to help yourself feel less stressed. Exercise and plenty of sleep can help. Having a good laugh can help too. If you find you can't shake the feeling, have a chat with a grown-up. Sometimes talking about worries can help too. It will all be helping your heart.
Thanks, nurse. Talking certainly helps me. In fact, we've talked so much we're out of time. See you next time.
Professor Hallux's Heartbeat, funded thanks to a Heart Research UK Healthy Heart Grant. Find out more and get hands-on at funkidslive.com/